Hello everyone, Sara Gaston here. Listen, thank you so much for joining me. Today I got to talk to you about something kind of big. And you know I'm hardcore about this because I'm talking to you with my hair pulled back and I got a dolphin on my shirt, okay? Like I'm not even trying to be fancy. This is Take the Note 2.0. Now, a few years back when I was out in Los Angeles, I made a video called Take the Note. And it's in the archives if you'd like to review it. But I feel the need to address this item, yes, once again. I was recently reading an article, and I can't remember if it was another acting coach or if it was a casting director doing a workshop, but they were talking about how the participant in the workshop or class just kept arguing, and no matter if they'd give them a note or they'd try to teach them, a concept or a skill, this person just kept arguing and kept pushing back. And the instructor was thinking to themselves, why are you in my class? And that's really such a fantastic question. Now, let's just agree. There are good teachers and there are bad teachers and there are mediocre teachers. But there's always something to learn, all right? I really firmly believe that most people are trying to help you to the best of their ability. I took a class in Los Angeles a few years back. I did not love this instructor, okay? But I wasn't there to love him. I was there to try to learn what there was to teach me. And so I had to kind of look back past the things that I didn't like and then just take his notes, because after all, that's what he was teaching, okay? And I didn't agree with everything he said. I didn't agree necessarily with all the suggestions he made, but that's not what I was there for. I was there to learn what he had to teach. So if he gave me a note or if he asked me to do something, I did it, right? That's what I was there for. The thing is, guys, we don't know how something is landing, right? That's why we have a director or a casting director or an acting coach or an acting teacher or an audience, because they are the recipients of our efforts, right? It's not like a painting where we can paint and then stand back and go, okay, yeah, I think that's pretty good. I don't know why the watches are melting across the desert, but I'm crazy, so that's a good idea, right? So, but we need an audience. We need an outside eye to tell us if what we're attempting to communicate is landing or not, right? And that is where your teacher, your coach, your casting director, your director come in, right? They're there to say, okay, let's make some tweaks because we're not quite telling the story that I think needs to be told here, okay? So please, please, please don't be that person who holds up the note session, during a play rehearsal, or holds up the note session on set, or who holds up class, or holds up the workshop because you've taken into your head that somehow you know better than the person who's making the decisions or who's trying to help you, okay? It just doesn't serve anybody. It wastes time, and it begs the question, if you already know better, then why don't you just do it yourself, right? If you know how to direct, go direct, right? If you know how to cast, go cast. If you already know everything there is to know to be an actor, then you don't need to be in class, right? You know it all already. But if you're going to put yourself in somebody else's hands with the idea that I'm going to learn something from them or that they're to help me do my job better, then by gosh, by gum, by golly, take the note. Here's the good news. Let me just say, there was a person who I once knew who may have red hair, who may occasionally pull it back into a ponytail, who at one time was known to occasionally push back when they got a note. What this person, who I know, realized eventually is if they took the note and they did the thing and it didn't work, the director was going to realize it didn't work, right? So it saves time. It doesn't even matter if it saves time. Just take the note. That's it. Just take the note. And if the thing doesn't work, right, we realize it doesn't work. This isn't a science. It's an art. so much of even the highest budget projects are about trying to create magic. And there's nothing exact, and there's a lot of trying and a lot of failing, and then you catch lightning. That's all we're after, is that moment we catch lightning. So be part of the team and just try it. Just give it a try. That's my invitation to you today. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. If it wasn't helpful, take the note anyway. I'm only half kidding. I'm not really kidding. In fact, now's about the time I'll go into a British accent because I feel a little bit uncomfortable that I've made sort of a harsh demand, but I really do want you to take the note. Anyway, if you like this video, please share it with your friends. Like us on YouTube, and I would love it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want even more goodies, I suggest you sign up for my email list, which you can do on my website, Sara Gaston, noh.com, because there are things that I share on my email list that I don't share anywhere else. By the way, people who say musicals are unrealistic because people don't burst into song randomly in real life clearly don't hang out with me. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and as always, break a leg out there. I'm not always so manic in these videos.